adventure. Not what we expected, but here we are. So they just dropped us off at the cabin, which is up the trail there, and not what I expected, more than what I expected. So we're gonna get our stuff up the trail there, back to the cabin, and get all settled in. So here we are at the cabin. This is the entrance here. Little fire pit there, clothesline, perfect. So we just laid out our food and changed into some comfy clothes because I can actually bare my feet for once without mosquitoes attacking me. It's amazing. Yeah, so beautiful cabin. I mean, rustic, but that's exactly what you want. Yeah, much more than I expected, actually. So, guess living room area, the wood stove and everything, kitchen. As you can see, we making ourselves a little late lunch. All of our food laid out. Getting some water on for some soup. Yeah, so that's the kitchen area. And then down here is all the sleeping quarters, which is, it's kind of cool because it's all open. Kind of like it. And yeah, there's basically 4 doors, but everything's open and it's just all bunk spaces for each one. Now, all off grid, does have running water, lights, obviously, solar panel, and yeah, self-sufficient, I guess. But very cool. So this is going to be where we're going to stay for the next 6 days. Yeah, and try to recover from the horrible bugs. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some good fishing in and do some fish fry and stuff, because I got a whole bag of fish fry to use up. Just was not interested in trying to fillet a fish with all the bugs and stuff around. That was just not going to be good. So now we've got a reprieve. Like, we just did a little walk around there where the outhouses and stuff, and like no bugs. I can't believe it. Like, we flew, I don't know, it would be about 60 kilometers, so we're not that far from where we were. Big difference. Like, just no bugs. I'm like, I don't get it, but it is what it is. So here we are. I'm going to chronicle our adventures here as our phase 2 adventure goes on. Okay. Just want to say, I'm walking to the outhouse and I'm not getting bit. Oh my God. It's a whole different world here. Amazing. Just going for a little stroll after our second meal of the day here. Apparently there's a sauna up ahead, but it's really kind of neat through here. Like, this is really cool. Destruction, but all these trees, and then the contrasting moss on everything. And I still can't believe no mosquitoes. Oh my God, this is so easy. I just do this and we go. First cast here. Pushed ourselves out to the north end of an inlet here. Apparently there's walleye marked on the map, so we're going to see what we catch. Alright, so we're just trolling now. Tried casting out over about by the north end of that island over there where they said there's some trout. Nothing really biting, tried different things. So just put a couple of lines out here and there. And we'll just troll our way back. It is beautiful out here. Like, gorgeous sunset, beautiful lake, and just gorgeous. It's amazing what you can appreciate when you're not being eaten alive. It really is. All right, making our way back slowly while fishing. All right, so we're back at the cabin now. No fish we're biting. We don't have really good rods for trolling because they're just collapsible ones for portaging and stuff. So can't really like go very fast or have a big lure on it. So yeah, so we're back here now. I'm gonna make some tea, and then we're gonna play. Oops, don't want to move too quick here. Some old Scrabble. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Yeah. So tea's being made, Scrabble's gonna be played, and then we're probably gonna get ready for fire out there, and then probably see what happens after that. All right, so having a little fire here at the end of the day. Kind of nice. There's a few mosquitoes, but nothing compared to what it was before. So apparently I'm no good with words or Scrabble, so I did not win, but that's okay. So yeah, we're just winding down the day here. Going to sit around the fire for a bit and then head back in. It's 10:05, and it doesn't look like midday, but it's still pretty darn bright out for 10:05, which is kind of crazy. So, oh, still have a fire. Don't have any marshmallows or anything, but that's okay. All right, so after this, we're gonna head to bed. So, till tomorrow. Gourmet backcountry breakfast. Pancakes, bacon, beans, and coffee. Oh. Good morning. Oh, beautiful day here. So this morning, yeah, pancakes, bacon, and some beans. Pancakes are actually a little special bacon, or pancakes are special blend. It's just add water one, but there's no dairy in it, and it has like pastry flour, buckwheat flour, normal flour, and then it's got maple sugar in there and some other stuff. So it's really good. So we're going to enjoy this breakfast, enjoy the coffee, and then we'll see what the rest of the day has in store. Thinking going to get the sauna prepped, get some wood cut, put it in there, maybe have a sauna, and maybe try to go for a swim, see how I feel with that. And yeah, see how the day goes. All right, so breakfast is done. We're just heading down to the boat there. Take the boat down to the end of the lake, do some fishing this morning. So that's the plan for the morning. Just get out in the water, putt it around, try to catch a fish maybe. Haven't filleted a fish actually in quite a while, so that'll be good to try that again if we catch one. And this afternoon we'll just do some work around here. We got some wood cutting to do for the sauna, and you know, some general cleanup. Figure Bruce is letting us stay here, so we're gonna, you know, do what we can to help out. And that's it. It is. Flip this around. Whew, what a day! What a beautiful day! Like, what a view! Yeah. So maybe if I'm brave enough, I'll go for a swim here. We generally like swimming in lakes because, you know, you never know what's underneath you, but I wouldn't mind getting a swim in. So, alrighty. We're gonna get out, make sure we got enough fuel, and get out in the water. So we're just fishing here, and Gracie's line was just completely bit off by a pike. We lost the lure, and then we re-gigged it with a metal leader, and she saw the actual saw of the pike. Just gonna use the white grub, see if we can bring one up. Fish on! Oh, nice fish! Look at that, we got them. We got the pike, oh, he's heavy. Yeah, look at that boy. Look at him. Oh, what a nice fish. So we just landed here, almost at the south end of Shawinigan Lake. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Where Bruce, the outfitter there, he's got world class marked on this campsite here. So we just want to check it out, see what it looks like. So I'm going to head up there and take a look. Bit of a steep entrance, but wow, what a beautiful sight this is. Yeah, I'd say this is definitely a good one. So we were just up here a second ago before I started making the film because I left my phone in the boat. And lo and behold, look what we found. I found it just beside the woodpile there, kind of tucked in the woodpile. So that's probably why it wasn't seen, because it's gray. So we're going to bring that drone back to Bruce. He might know the person who left it. Yeah, like look at this view. Yeah, I'd say you don't get that in very, very many places. So it's kind of like a peninsula. And I mean, lots of wood because there's lots of blowdown. I'm going to have to ask Bruce about that, because even around his cabin there and in certain parts of the woods, I've noticed like there is, it looks several years old, but tons of trees that have fallen. So there must have been one big massive storm, you know, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, something like that, and knocked all these trees down. But everywhere there's tons. So yeah, so beautiful sight, nice and open. I mean, I'm walking around barefoot, no bugs, and that's always a golden surprise. Beautiful. Okay, so we might go check out some spots to try to catch some fish now. Still early morning, well, early-ish. We didn't get up too early and we didn't rush out the door. So yeah, we'll go back for our lunch and then do some stuff. Yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to. It took me quite a while. Alright, so we just got back from fishing. We just got a pike. It was awesome. It was good. Pooped on the boat. That was nice. And Yeah, so we're just back now. It's time for lunch. We're made some cold soaked pasta. So it's basically noodles, chickpeas, a bunch of dehydrated vegetables, and I usually bring out the mayonnaise packets from restaurants or whatever it is. And yeah, you just let it soak over morning. Just let it rehydrate, and then add the mayonnaise, and yeah, pretty good. One barbecue all assembled, ready to go. I'll just heat it up and, you know, get any paint off there or whatever. But not too bad. Makes this hard work raking and cleaning up. Chore number 1 done. The barbecue's all assembled and burned in. Is that the right term? I don't know. Anyway, let it run. All that fresh paint smell off it, because I got my black bean burger mix tonight, so we'll make some burgers in the barbecue. That's gonna be exciting. So chore number 2, I'm gonna head down, chop a bunch of firewood for the sauna. Afterwards, I'll go for a swim. And this evening, maybe have a sauna. So that'll be good. This is definitely a different direction of a trip. Like, you know, first 6 days were, you know, battling mosquitoes and trying to find sites, and the first 3 days were not good. Like the weather, it was humid, muggy, and it was one of those ones where, like, you know, it was nice and sunny, but by noon all the clouds had built, and then by around 1 o'clock, you know, it started storming. But then it cleared, and then it rained, it cleared and rained, and it did that for, you know, 3 days. So that didn't help the mosquito situation, because okay, so this is the back of the sauna. As the gentleman who dropped us off, I think he's his accent, sauna. I loved it. Yeah. And there's the lake over there. For reference, the main cabin is over there through the woods. It's about a 5-minute walk away. So there's some wood there that I gotta chop up. And here's the entrance. Hopefully the camera adjusts here, not too dark. Yeah, so this is the, I guess, primary entrance where you get undressed and hang your stuff up, start the fire, wait your turn, and then just in here is the actual sauna. So you got the rocks, that's full of water, and then your benches. That's it. Small, simple, but effective. And then, yeah, there's a path to the water down there, and you can have a nice rock. So, okay, so that's it. I'm gonna start chopping some wood. Bit more than an hour worth of work there. Alright, so I got that all chopped and stacked underneath the wood bench. And then on the side, just put some kindling and some shorter pieces. So there we go, chore number 2. Next one, a little sweaty right now. So I'm gonna go get some water, take a break for a minute, and then I might start chopping some wood for the main cabin. Alright, so here's my next project. Chop up some of this wood. Like some of the stuff there on the back and the bottom is starting to go to rot. But some of the top ones are good to go. So I have the wheelbarrow here. I'm going to fill it up and bring it back to the main cabin down the trail there. However, if I'm not mistaken, and I'll have to confirm with Bruce, I think this was Bruce's first cabin where he stayed at like 30 years ago when he was first out here. Anyways, fact they're still standing. It's pretty amazing. Build houses nowadays that don't last 30 years, and this has been in the woods for 30 years. Still here. So simple things sometimes are the best. So this is the solar array powering everything. As you can tell, it's in a perfect location. So yeah, pretty good setup here. The idea that, you know, you have a cabin that draws water from a lake, that the pump is run by solar, and then, you know, all your lights and everything else, all solar. Then you could even have like electric hot water tank run by solar. Pretty much live everything off the grid. And nowadays with what we have, and pretty cool. Pretty cool idea. It looks great here, all cleaned up. And then yeah, even around the fire pit, looks great. Scary. You're not like swimming in the water. I can't see the bottom. Wow. All right. For tonight, for dinner, we'll be making black bean burgers and hash browns. So burgers and fries. So from what I remember, you let these soak for, add a bit of water, let them sit for about 15 minutes. And then you form your patties. You gotta let these soak for 10 minutes or so and then fry them up in the frying pan. It's pretty much the same. Alright, maiden voyage for the barbecue. So I got the black bean burgers here. Alright, so we're gonna sit down here and enjoy our black bean burgers and our hash browns, french fries on wraps. And yep, alright, it's dinner tonight. So we're gonna sit down, enjoy that, and then figure out what the rest of the evening's gonna do. Alright, so we just decided to take a rip out in the boat here to the north end of the island, or the lake. It's wasn't far at all. So I just wanted to see the railroad that cuts right through the top here. So that's the railroad. So we just saw this beaver dam as we just went up on our way up there, and just want to stop and take a good look. It's a big one. Industrious little creatures. All right, so it's just after 8 o'clock. Somewhere after 8 o'clock. Just got back from the boat ride. Decided not to fish. Just both actually still a little tired. Been on the day. Been going today pretty good. So I'm just about to hop in the shower here. Enjoy the amenities while I can. And after that, we're going to watch a bit of shows that I downloaded on my Netflix. So, because I was preparing for like wind days, because we were on a big giant lake, so I was preparing for those. Yeah, so I'm going to have my shower, make some tea, watch a show, and then go to bed. So that's pretty much it for today. So I'm going to say goodnight now, and then tomorrow morning we're going to just carry on. Good morning. Another beautiful day here. Oh, I had a hard time falling asleep last night though. In a tent, you can get mosquitoes pretty quickly. In a big cabin, no. They kept bugging me. Like there was only like, 4 or 5. They kept bugging me for like an hour. So, not a hard time falling asleep. But, it's morning. We're going to get some coffee on, probably some oatmeal. It's going to get hot. It's 83 degrees, 84 degrees. So we're in the 30s. Low 30s, so it's going to be hot today. Tomorrow looking like thunder showers, which makes sense. It's been sunny for 3 days now. Beautiful place to wake up to every morning. Like, just lovely. So quiet. Can't hear anything except for the mosquitoes. And yeah, just loving it out here. All right, Grace is making, spoiling some water here. We're gonna make some oatmeal. Had our coffee, which is why you can see the coffee press is empty. And then I think the plan for today is it's, I don't know what time it is, I'm charging my watch. Close to 10 o'clock, I think. We're gonna head in the boat. We're gonna pack a shore lunch. We're gonna, well, shore lunch, probably a freeze-dried meal or something. And we're gonna head down to the far side of the lake. There's a westerly bay we haven't checked out yet. Head down into the bay, do some fishing, head back to that world-class site there I showed you earlier where we found the drone, have a lunch there, and then carry on fishing or whatever for this afternoon until it gets too hot in the boat. To say, my face looks a little swollen too. Fortunately, Gracie woke up this morning with a big puffy eyeball because she got bit like in the eyelid, so half her eye is closed. So still bugs around here, but anyways, still loving it here. So we got these electrolytes. There's no sugars in them. It's just like pink lemonade electrolyte. And yeah, electrolytes and vitamins and minerals. And they are freaking good. So when you add it to like filtered water that tastes a bit like a lake, it's just a good alternative. I really like them. Like I got a whole box of them off of Amazon there, and they're good to go. So when we flew in here, not the pilot, but one of the guys that was on the plane, they were working here for a couple of days before we got here. They obviously brought the barbecue, which is brand new. They also brought a fan, which is brand new. So we got that blowing on us now. So that was fortunate because today it's going to be like really hot. I was just down the dock this morning for a little bit, sipping my coffee, and so you can feel it already. Like it's going to be a hot day. All right, we're just heading out here for the fishing trip for the day. It's hot. The metal on the boat when you kneel on it is hot. Okay. So just stopped here at the base of I wouldn't call it a falls, but a little rapids here off of a stream that goes into the main lake. And we just parked on the other side there, and I was like, oh, this looks like a beautiful, could be a beautiful campsite. And from here, lo and behold, yeah, there's a campsite. Because where Gracie is right now, there's a big flat spot for the tent. There's a nice fire pit. And yeah, you're exposed from there. And if I spin around to here, you're like kind of exposed. It's a nice little point. Beautiful little spot. And yeah, gorgeous little falls. We were fishing down the bottom of it, nothing. I was surprised. Usually trout or walleye or something at the base of these, but nothing. So we've been fishing for a couple of hours now, and we're at the far end of the lake, and the clouds have been building really fast. Like, just looked up and it's like nothing but black clouds now. So we're gonna forego the shore lunch, head straight back to the cabin there. I've got my solar panel and some electronics out charging, so I don't want them to get wet either. So yeah, we're gonna make our way back. Well, we made it safely back to the cabin. Yeah, those clouds came in super quick, like within half an hour. So I got the pot on. I'm gonna make a meal for lunch, get some fresh coffee on, and the sun. If it doesn't rain, then I'll go work down by the beach, and if it does, we'll figure out something else to do. So okay. So for lunch today, we're gonna try Thai red curry, and I made it's actually got tofu in it that's been cooked in like a vegetable broth. At least give it some flavor, and then whatever Thai stuff, you know, carrots and rice, jasmine rice, some dehydrated vegetables, and then I've got a pouch of coconut milk powder to add. So after it's soaking, when it's all ready to go, at the end you add the coconut milk powder, mix it all up, and it should make a nice creamy Thai red curry. So here's hoping. There we go. Thai red curry with I'm gonna get to work here down by this fire pit, try to clear it out. It's all you can see where it's all grassy, it's all sloped. I'm gonna try to clear a little path around the back of it, place for chairs, and then I'll build the actual circle of fire pit with the logs there, and then start a fire. And then there's a bunch of old punky wood that's been sitting around, and I'm gonna try to burn as well. So that'll be my project this afternoon. Good morning. Day whatever. I have no idea right now. Yeah, so I didn't film much last night or this morning, but we had our pancake breakfast again this morning. And it was storming last night, raining. One of the trees actually here, this tree actually right by the beach, fell over in the storm last night. But luckily it didn't land on the fire that was going at the time, because that would have been a bad thing. So this morning, it's kind of gloomy, overcast, calling for thunderstorms this afternoon, but we're going to try to head out for a bit. If you want yours. Alright, so new fishing spot. If we're catching anything back, we were like halfway down the lake. So now we're right back there is the actual end of the lake. Well, one of the ends. There's multiple bays on this lake, but so just right in front of me here, this little bay, it's marked with some walleye. So we will see if there's anything actually in here. Not sure if we caught that on camera getting that in, but look at that. Nice. So we only caught one walleye, pretty decent size. So I already cleaned it up on the shore there, back there. So now I'm just going to do the process of trying to fillet it, which I'm not going to film because it's been a long time and I don't want to embarrass myself. So, okay, as predicted, the first half of that fish was pretty brutal, but I managed to work my way around it and get a pretty good chunk of the thing there. So we're going to go take that back up to the cabin, do some fish fry and cook it up. I got like a bunch of little pieces. I think I got a little bone there. I got most of the bones out though. There we go, that's a bone. Okay. I'm going to put the two little guys that are untreated. So this was that's the one with no batter on it, so I just wanted to try it. Good looking walleye, freshly caught. There we go. Fish.
Hot.
Oh, hot.
It's good.
Yeah. No, the batter is good. Let's try without batter. See what it tastes like. It's hot. Well, it really doesn't taste like anything. It doesn't taste like much. We finish our lunch. Sun's out now, so maybe we'll go keep working around outside a bit, or just go for a swim or something. We'll see. Playing some poker with high stakes acorns. Betting it all. Cards, please.
Just to keep doing that.
Stop recording. The other bay there, it's a little calmer. This is a little much right now. Darn it! Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, another one almost on, but he spit the hook right in the. So the one that just came off my hook was chasing Gracie's, and she almost got it, but she saw it because it was coming up to the surface after hers. So probably just a pike, more than likely a pike, and it's just around us, so hopefully we'll land it. Oh, I got him this time. Look at that. Got him.
There we go.
Fish on. Look at that guy. Get you a little closer. Oh. Gotcha. Look at you. You've been. So we finally got the pike that's been harassing our two lures for the past like 20 minutes. He's been hitting it, but he hasn't been taking it. So anyways, we got him in the boat, and yeah, pretty good size pike. So it's 6 o'clock now. We're gonna head back, make our dinner tonight, probably spaghetti, and then maybe see if I can redeem myself with some Scrabble, because right now it's 2-0, not in my favor. So all right, so yeah, we're gonna head back. Goodbye, pike. You're fun to play with. So I'm going to make this short because we just did a video where the entire thing wasn't recording. So anyways, so having our spaghetti dinner tonight. And like I said, when it wasn't recording, we had a good day today. Fishing twice, caught fish both times, played some pinecone poker, and generally just enjoyed the day. Did some work down by the beach. And yeah, it's been a good time. Today, been actually an excellent day. We're going to get picked up Wednesday. Don't know when yet Wednesday. We're going to have to confirm with Bruce when we're going to get picked up. So we only got a couple more days here to enjoy the peace and solitude of this place. And then spend Wednesday night at the main cabin there at Bruce's Outfitters. And then drive home for 2 days. So anyway, so yeah, we're going to enjoy the spaghetti and then maybe play some Scrabble afterwards. So, all right, had our dinner, had my tea. We're going to settle in now, play some Scrabble. And yeah, so that'll be it for tonight for us. And then tomorrow, probably some more fishing in the morning. All right, so good night until tomorrow. Good morning. So it's a little later this morning. It's 9:30 now. Just sitting down for breakfast. Woke up this morning. It was raining and it's wet outside. We're just gonna enjoy our breakfast and see what happens after that. Ooh, that feels good. A little rainy out. Not too bad. We just there's large fishing rod here, but I'm gonna use it to try to catch some trout today. There's a bay there that goes down quite deep. It's like 140 feet deep, but apparently there's some trout in there. So I've got some lures that'll go down pretty deep. So maybe we'll just try a bit of trolling up and down the bay, see if we can catch ourselves a nice big trout. A little gloomy, a little spitty. Just gonna rig up this old girl here. I'm gonna use this one right here, which is one I actually caught some salmon on in Lake Ontario. So it's good for big fish. Should go down about 9 to 12 feet depending on the speed of the boat. On there. Yep. Just a little more so the knots are around the spool.
What?
See the knot? Yeah, just make sure it's around the spool. So actually around the don't reel it in a bit. Oh. If you pull the line, just pull on the line itself, and you'll be able to tell right away if there's a fish. Like if there's any resistance, you know there's a fish.
Is that a fish? Oh my gosh.
We got a trout, baby!
Oh my gosh.
We got a trout! Oh, beauty! Look at that! That's what we were after!
I don't feel anything.
Oh my god, that is a beauty trout! Oh, wow! Didn't even know it was on!
Wow.
Oh, yes! No, not yet. Oh, what a gorgeous fish! Look at that! No, not yet. Okay. Oh, what a gorgeous fish. Look at that. Okay, so just hopped on shore here. Got the salmon, trout all cleaned out. So just got the guts out of them. So when we get back to the cabin there, I'll fillet them. Well, that's a nice, I'd say that's a 2 pound, 3 pound. A good one. So now the trout's cleared and clean, I'm just gonna do some regular fishing. Oh yes, cut a rock or log. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to spend a bit of time here just casting off the boat, and then maybe we'll troll back when we get towards lunchtime. Maybe catch another one. We'll have a big feast. Yep, fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Oh yeah. Oh, he came off. Oh. So I'm gonna put the big rod back in, and we're gonna troll our way back to the main cabin there. It's noontime, and yeah, it's gonna get a little cold here in a bit, so. Might be a fish on. Oh yeah, I saw it.
Hi.
There we go. Another one. A pike. Look at the size of that pike. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, she's a big one. Oh. She's a big one. Oh. I think I'm on the ground. Okay. Oh, perfect. All right, so that's it for today's adventure, I think. Nothing on the way back. So, well, nothing. A big pike. But we're gonna reel in and then go fillet that trout and have some lunch. Okay, so just gonna fillet Mr. Bad Boy here. Won't show that on video because, again, I'm not the best at doing that, so I'm gonna take my time, go slow, and try to get one big piece from each side instead of multiple big pieces or multiple small pieces. So okay, we'll see how this goes. I got it filleted there. It took a little bit of time, a little frustrating too, because, you know, I'm not that great at it, and the mosquitoes decided to come out because the rain stopped and were eating my face. So yeah, so I got it, you can see here, I got it pretty cleaned out, and then got a pretty big pile of meat, so that's good. Let's go fry this up. So I got it all battered up there in the same batter as yesterday. Looked like it was about 2 pounds of meat, so that's pretty good. And some pretty good fillets in there. So I get the pan on there, get the oil heated up, and then we'll fry it up. We're going to enjoy this feast. This is a lot of fish. Oh yeah, that's hot. Ooh, hot. Definitely has different taste than walleye. Like more mild. That's something I realized when we were here in the cabin. It's probably okay when you're, you know, traveling 20 or so kilometers per day and you're burning a lot of calories, but sitting here in the cabin, the food that I packed and brought, most of it is very carbohydrate rich. Like there is some proteins in some of the things I made, but it's a lot of rice and pastas and things like that. So it's very carb centric. Even the energy bars and things like that I brought, there's not a lot of protein, hard protein sources. So this is good. Like this is a nice addition to the diet. Well, we're gonna enjoy this, and then, well, have a nice hot coffee because we still have a bit of the chills from being out there in the rain this morning. It rained pretty hard there for a bit, and yeah, it's just a little damp. So we'll get this, get some hot coffee, and then figure what we're gonna do this afternoon. Morning. So it's our last day at the cabin here. Didn't record much last night, yes, or even yesterday afternoon. It was a pretty chill afternoon. We played some Scrabble. We played some Millborn, which is a French card game. Got up at 4 a.m. this morning to try to take some pictures of the night sky. To try to take some night shots of the stars and stuff. So I took a bit of that, and then, try to go back to bed for a little bit. So, plan for today, well, there's no plan. But Gracie was out yesterday and managed to pick some of the very first ripe blueberries up here. So, this morning for breakfast, we're going to have blueberry pancakes. So, drink more coffee, and then we'll see what we're going to do. All right, homemade blueberry pancakes. We're gonna sit down and enjoy these. And weather looks beautiful outside. I'm just getting a weather update. We'll probably head out in the boat, and maybe we can have a picnic lunch on that world-class campsite. We'll see. All right, just got on the boat here. We're gonna head out to down the other end of the lake. Some black clouds looming over us, so not sure how long we'll be out here. Brought a rain gear just in case, and I do have my solar left out on the dock there, so I don't want it to get wet. So we'll see how long we get to stay out here. It is chillier today though, much chillier. So okay, head down the other end of the lake. Gonna try a few casts. We're in a shallow sheltered bay near the south end of the lake, so I'm gonna try a little MEP spinner here, just because we're a little shallower. I don't want something that's gonna go too deep. The only thing we haven't caught is bass. I haven't caught any bass this trip at all. Not that I care, because I don't want to eat one anyway, but it'd be nice to catch all species of fish. So we'll see. Weird. We're down at the south end of the lake here. The campsite's just around the corner. We are on the windy end of the lake. number 3. The other one was really windy. Kind of more sheltered here. Wind's still going through, but the waves aren't as big. Alright, so nothing there. So we're just going to troll around the island here. We're on the sheltered side. So we're just going to troll around it. See how that goes, and then start making our way north, back up the river, or the lake. It is getting near lunchtime already, so yeah, start working our way back.
That's a rock or a log. Good here though.
Okay. All right, so we were just doing a little trolling there, and Gracie saw a little bright blue thing on the south end of this island, and we're pulling up. It looks like an established campsite, maybe like a hunters or fishermen fishing cabin. There's a structure back here, so we're gonna go check it out. Right, so there's what we saw from the water. A big tote. Oh, somebody. Lots of little fishing tables, multiple ones. Fillet tables, and then there's the fire pit. This is not marked on any of the maps, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape, so definitely still being used. Well, that was pretty cool. I didn't go inside, I just looked in the window. They've got it boarded up. It's obviously being used quite recently, because things in there look fairly new and very clean in there, so obviously somebody's still using it right now. So don't want to disturb it. It's not ours, even though it's crown land. You know, I don't want to, it's somebody's stuff. So anyway, it's pretty neat just finding that randomly in the south end of this lake. So anyways, we're gonna hop back on the boat. Antlers, old antlers here. Look at that. Those are definitely many years old. I almost thought it was the root that was in behind it, but okay, just about lunchtime now, so we're gonna head up to the back to the main cabin there. Good morning. So it is the last morning here. Gonna miss it. It is beautiful this morning. Sun is shining, and yeah, it's a nice day today. So we're just all packed up. I just got to do a little bit of cleanup, eat our breakfast, and then bring our stuff down to the dock. So plane's gonna be here in a couple of hours, and we're gonna be flying out. Yep, sad but true. Then we got a long drive back home. 17-hour drive. So okay, breakfast time. So got everything packed up here, ready to go. Everything's all strapped and tightened, and you know, no loose stuff around, ready for the plane. So Yeah, got a nice send off from a couple of loons just out there. Try to take some pictures of them. They were pretty far away. See how they turned out. Cloudy, overcast, windy, cool. So, you know, not a bad day to take off. Okay, so it's the last evening of our trip here. So I just want to get down and chat about the trip, what it was supposed to be, what it ended up being, things enjoyed, things you didn't enjoy, and maybe some things we change. So first of all, this was supposed to be a 14-day trip in the bush. That was my intent because I wanted to do the longest trip I've ever done in the woods. So the intent was to drive up here. It's about a 17-hour drive from where we came from to drive up to Wabakimi. Used Bruce's Wabakimi Outfitters services to fly us out to Outlet Bay, where we were going to basically just do a U-shaped trip. So go north, east, and back down south. So that was the intent, was to spend 14 days in the woods at a fairly leisurely pace. I didn't want a hard trip. Like we were looking at like 14 kilometers a day, somewhere around there, mostly big water. There's going to be 21 portages in total. I mean, over 14 days, that's not that much. That's basically, less than 2 per day. So that was the intent of the trip. Now we got here, we flew in, no issues there. First night we were parked just outside of our first portage, and it was a little buggy, but it wasn't too bad from what I remember. But things quickly escalated after that. We encountered numerous bugs. Like it was unusual in the fact that it was black flies, mosquitoes, horse flies, and deer flies. Like it was all of them. But the most prevalent were the mosquitoes, and they were just towards the last 3 days of the last 3 days we were out there. They were just terrible. Like I've never seen bugs that persistent before. So that was 6 days in. So day 5, I was texting with Bruce and saying, "Hey, we need an alternate here because we're not going to make it out." Not the mosquitoes that we were encountering. So he offered us this cabin. I suppose nobody was staying here. So I was like, yes, please, because we were having, not a very good time out there. It was still beautiful when we were paddling, and when we were traveling throughout the day, it was nice. Like our last day, we traveled, I think, 35 kilometers, and a couple portages, 3 portages that day, I think. Anyways, it ended up being a beautiful day, even though we didn't stop until like, I think near 7 o'clock at night. And so yeah, during the day it was fine, but it's when you stop and you try to like rest or like set up camp or have a meal, like you just couldn't enjoy it because the mosquitoes were just all over us. Yeah, so that made us 6 days out in the woods, which still I think is a decent amount of time out there. And then the plan changed to 6 days here at the cabin. I didn't want to stay a full like 8 days to make it 14 days. Just because you're in a cabin, you're not traveling, you're not doing as much. So I chose just to spend 6 days here as well. So we're gonna get picked up tomorrow, and that turned out amazing. Never stayed in an off-grid cabin before. I mean, we have power, we have fridges, you have running water, you got a propane stove, you got a sauna, which is oddly very far away, and a boat to use. And that was amazing. We got to go out every single morning, go fishing, leave our fishing gear in the boat, just launch, check out the bay. We're in Shawinigan Lake, amazing lake, so many outlets, so many bays, so much topography around here. Like, it's not just, a round lake with maybe a swamp at the end. It's really quite diverse. We caught all kinds of fish. The only thing we didn't catch was bass, but trout, walleye, pike. We ended up eating the trout and the walleye. Those were good. I'm not comfortable with filleting pike, so that's why we didn't eat it. But yeah, trip was not what I thought it was going to be, but it turned out to be something amazing anyway. It was a good trip, and really enjoyed it. Not regretting not staying out there, because that wasn't the intent of the trip, was to suffer. So we adapted and we changed our plans a little bit. So the video that I was going to make for this didn't turn out to be as a big production as I would have hoped for, because we only spent 6 days in the bush, and you can only record so much of you doing things in a cabin over and over again, right? So so that was it. So I think what I enjoyed the most of this trip, though, was the actual travel. Wabakimi is a very different park. A lot of black spruce, mostly black spruce trees. A lot of big water here. But we didn't have very many portages, but they weren't hard, but they're not well maintained like in more easily accessible provincial parks. So it was a little more wild, a little harder to find things, but it was good. So yeah, I think the traveling days were my favorite part of this, because honestly, we had some amazing campsites, but we just couldn't really enjoy them that much. So yeah, and of course the thing I liked the least was the mosquitoes. They were brutal, like just unbelievable. They took the fun out of everything. So anyways, so that's it for me. Do you want to say anything? Things you liked, things you didn't like? No? Okay. All right. So that's fine. Okay. So that's it. I just want to do that little synopsis. And then hopefully end of the video here, I'll throw in a bunch of still shots of some things and a bunch of pictures that we took and that. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed watching this and got something out of it, and I had fun making it. All right. Till next trip.